What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about the story on my first paranormal experience. A little disclaimer, it didn't directly happen to me, but I was involved in it. It directly happened to my mother, and I'm just telling you the story that I was told and what happened in it, like I said, because I was involved in it. But sorry if there's any noise in the background. My kids are playing, so there probably will be a lot of editing in this video. But anyway, for once I looked glammed up because I was filming this makeup look, but my kids were so loud in the back. I deleted it and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna do it next time. But if you guys want to see how I got that look, then leave a like and I will definitely do that. So I did do a poll on what video you guys wanted to see. You guys chose this one. I did a poll on Instagram and everybody said the paranormal experience, but a lot of people did say do story time on the time that I got really high and why I will never smoke weed again in my life. So if you guys want to see that video, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Before this video starts, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the like button because it'll really help me out. Turn on your post notifications. And you guys, UPS is outside my house. Hold on. So I just got a package. If you guys like my shirt, it says I make mommy moves, you know, like Cardi B. I make money moves. I got it off of Wish. I'll leave the link to that. This is not sponsored, but a lot of people did ask me where I got my shirt from, so I'm gonna just leave a link in the description. And let's get into this creepy ass story. Okay. So this happened in like 2010. I remember this because it was a time that like my brother wasn't really home anymore because he just had his first baby. And it was me, my mom, and my little sister at the time. She's not little no more, that's what I meant, sorry. And we were in the house. It was about this, in this house that I live in still. It was maybe about 7:30. It's usually what time I get into the shower because I had school the next day. I was 13 at this time. And at the age of 13, there are things that you should not be doing. So I had a lot of things in my phone that should not be in there. Hello. And so I would always delete my phone card. I would always delete my messages and like my outgoing, incoming calls. I don't really know why I would do the calls, but I would. And I would always do that before I got into the shower, and I would always put my phone under my pillow. I would always put my phone under my pillow. So I remember I did that. I got into the shower. I'm maybe in the shower for like 10-15 minutes. And then I got out the shower. And before I got into the shower, my mom was on the couch in our living room. And my little sister was in the room. But I had my own room, and my mom and my sister were sharing a room at the time. So my sister was in, I think, my mom's room, and the way like our house is set up, our living room, you can see down the hall, then there's a wall and it splits because it's my room and then my mom and my sister's room. So my mom was easily, like, she was able to see down the hall and see into the rooms. So I got into the shower, yada yada. I got out the shower, and as soon as I opened up the door to go back into my room, my mom was standing there, and she was like, why are you prank calling me like that? It was super weird. And I was really confused already. I had no idea what she was talking about. And I was like, I was in the shower, like, what are you talking about? My phone is in my room. Nobody's prank calling you. And she was like, so then who just called me off your phone? And I already like felt weird, like I had like the creeps, and I was just like I don't know, because my phone is in my room. Like, I was in the shower, and my sister was a little bit too young to understand like how to work a phone. She for sure didn't even know like my phone password, so that's how I knew like something was like up. But I didn't want to really creep myself out so much, so I kind of just like kept going with my mom. And she was like, well, somebody just called me from your phone, and we just kind of had like a conversation. And like I was starting to like get scared, because I was like, I've never experienced anything with ghosts. At the time, I was really scared about ghosts and like them haunting me and killing me or whatever they're gonna do. Went to my room and I checked my phone, and there's like no messages, there's no ingoing calls, and there's no outgoing calls. And I showed my mom, and she was like highly confused. And she told me that she was sitting on the couch and she was on the phone with my aunt. My sister was in the room playing, and she got a call from my phone. It said my name on her phone. So she answered, and she didn't hear anything. So then she just hung it up, and she continued to talk to my aunt. And then she got a call again from my phone, and my mom was like, you know, like, what the hell? So she answered, and she was like, oh, hello. And I guess she thought it was me. So she was like, what do you want? And then my mom said she heard a little girl on the other side coming from my phone, and she said, hello, mommy. And my mom, I guess she still thought it was us, and she just kind of went along with everything. And she goes, oh, hi. And then the little girl was like, what are you doing? And my mom was like, I'm watching TV. What are you doing? And she said that it was silent for a little bit. And then out of nowhere, the girl said, I'm sitting right next to you and I'm watching you. And the phone clicked off. After that, my mom told my aunt what happened. My aunt was like, what the hell? So when my mom told me that, I like flipped out. I started crying. I told her we couldn't be in the house no more. Like, we had to go. Like, I didn't want to sleep here tonight. Like, that's super weird. So we ended up going to my grandma's house that night. We came back the next day, and I kind of just had to like stop thinking about it, because I would creep myself out. And then a few years went by, and in 2014, my uncle was living with us, and he was here one night by himself. We had went to my grandma's house. She ended up moving out of San Francisco, and she moved to Antioch, and we went to go sleep at her house one night. My uncle ended up moving into the room that I was in. I ended up moving into the room downstairs because my brother moved out. And then my mom and my sister still shared the room upstairs. They were here one night, and they had the room, I'm just going by what my uncle said. They had the room door open one night. They were eating pizza, watching a movie. From my room, you can see like my mom's door, and you can like see the door and see a little bit into it, but not too much. We're sitting on the bed, and they said that from the corner of their eye, they seen a little girl walk from out of my mom's room into the hallway. And I like flipped again, and I was like, yo, like this time I didn't cry because I was actually starting to get into the paranormal stuff. I thought it was really interesting to like learn about, and I wanted to really learn about it. I became like obsessed with like haunting shows and things like that. Like, my dream was to be like a paranormal investigator, but I don't know about that now. After that, we didn't really like see things. We would hear things, but we wouldn't really pay attention. There was nights where my grandma would come sleep over, and she was like, there was a little girl calling me, and I would wake up and nobody would be there, and we're like, well, it's not us, like we're in totally different rooms and stuff like that. We didn't really ask about this house. Like, I don't really know about history of the house. I have Googled the area that I live in. It's really well known in San Francisco. It's like a big ass park, and a lot of people have said that there have been murders around here. Like, I was just reading an article in like 2016. A mom was murdered right here at the corner where I live. Like, there's a park over there, and she was murdered in the park, and her daughter is like missing. I don't know if her daughter was found or anything, but there's been stories, people like being killed around this park. I remember hearing a long time ago that a little girl was drowned in the pond here at the park, but I am not too sure because I can't really find an article on that, but I'm gonna try to find some more. Ever since then, I haven't really like paid attention to like little voices or little things. We hear laughs sometimes. We hear like the floors creaking, like somebody's walking in the middle of the night. Just don't pay it any mind anymore. But yeah, that is my very first time experiencing anything paranormal. I did cry. I was freaked out. But now I don't really care. Like, I don't really trip about anything like that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for this video. Be sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications. It's highly appreciated on this end. So I will see you guys next time.